Dragons fans, welcome back to Day Air Ballpark. We are down here on the field getting ready to take another lap around the horn. Today's guest to my right here, John Murphy, Dragons reliever. John, thanks for joining us, man.
Of course.
All right, let's take a walk here. So you are a relief pitcher, right?
Yep.
Middle to late innings, closer role a lot of times. Tell me about the mentality, right? We've talked to a lot of starting pitchers, but as a reliever, what's it like during the game when you're like, okay, I'm not in, it's first, second inning. Like, what are you doing during the game? How do you keep your head into things so that you can come in and be going?
Early in the game, I just tried to not think about the end of the game. To be honest, like I just try to have fun with the guys, mess around a little bit, you know, crack jokes, just have a good time. And then if I start to feel like we're going to be in that closing situation late, I start to, you know, lock in around the 5th, 6th, 7th, start to stretch a little bit to stay loose.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just let the training and everything that we've done take over and then just go in there. Like I don't try to put too much weight into those spots because at the end of the day, it's just like any other inning. It just happens to be at the end of the game when we have a lead. So I've learned to not put too much weight into it, just treat it the same.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people, right, they see the bullpen guys down there, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys down on the bench. My kids will always ask me, like, what are those guys doing down there? Like, so tell us, what is going on down there, right? And like, what are the conversations like that you can at least tell us about?
Oh, they could be about anything. They could be about what we ate for breakfast, what movies we've been watching, making fun of the other team, making fun of our own teammates. You know, it could be literally about anything.
Little conversation about who's going on the field. Yeah. So your path to get here, right? Obviously, you were in affiliated ball now, but coming out of the University of Maryland back in 19, didn't get drafted. I know you obviously, like a lot of guys, hoped that would happen. Play independent ball for 4 years. What keeps you going, right? I mean, I'm sure there were times where you're like, okay, how much longer do I go playing independent ball before I say, okay, enough is enough? Like, how did you get through those 4 years?
You know, it is tough, but it's the piece of advice my dad always told me was the game will tell you when you should be done, and you shouldn't tell the game when you're done. And I just felt like I had more to give to the game. Yeah. Like I just always saw myself being here. Like even when I wasn't particularly great, my first 3 years of indie ball, like I just had this feeling that it was always going to happen. Like if I just kept my head down and did the things that I was supposed to do to get better, I was going to get what I wanted. It took a little bit longer than
I was hoping, than you even hoped, right?
But you know, it all worked out. Like I just didn't feel like it was time for me to give up on it.
That's a great story. I mean, obviously the perseverance to go through that's been great. So I mean, speaking of perseverance here, you know, a long season, we always talk about that. What do you do, you know, what do you do when you're not at the ballpark, when you're trying to relax from baseball for a time?
Exactly that. Like just try not to think about the game too much, like play video games, read, watch something. Fortunately, I'm lucky where my fiance can come visit and hang out a lot of the home series. So just spend time with her and try not to think about the field and the game until I have to be here for the day.
All right, just wait till the 5th or 6th inning to do that, right?
Exactly.
All right, John, thanks for joining us today. Good luck.
Thank you.